A 1 2, a 1 2, a 1 2, a 1 2, 1 2, 1 2. Down in Sports Talk, man. You already know the vibes. It's Tuesday night, a little bit past 8 on the East Coast, 8:15 to be exact. You know the time, you know the flavor. You right here with us. We right here with you. My name is RM Des, aka Left-Handed. That's my co-D right there, over there, YADABEAR. And we in the house. Real quick, before we get into this thing, again, hip hop is taking another loss, man. Like, yo. And this one's kind of, all of them are personal, but some of them are more personal than others. Rest in peace, Granddaddy IU. Like, wow.
Yes.
Like, he's a dude. Yeah, Granddaddy IU, smooth assassin out of Long Island, New York. Representing hip hop to the fullest, man. This is a dude that you would see in your regular missions, just out and about in the city or wherever. You know what I mean? You just run into him or bump into Granddaddy IU. And those dudes are becoming few and far between. The ones that you would just bump into. You know what I mean? You go out, hang out, whatever. Just doing your regular, doing your 1-2s, man. You bumping the IU, running the Dress, some Black Sheep, whatever. You just running to anybody, man. But IU was always one of those dudes that would stop and have a conversation with you. Always, well respected in the hip hop circles, man. So I just wanted to definitely give him his respect. Absolutely. Shout out to Craig G. And of course, we recently lost Don Newkirk. You know what I mean? And again, it's wild, but the thing must go on. And we here down in Sports Talk Tuesday night, 8:15. The flavor, a lot of stuff to get into tonight. BRITNey Griner's, back on U.S. soil, which is a wonderful thing. The Michael Jordan MVP trophy, the NBA. I love it. I don't know what the beef is about.
That trophy dope. I don't understand. And it's who else would you name that trophy after? I think Michael Jordan is the perfect person to have a MVP trophy named after.
And again, at the end of the day, it's like I'm not even tripping off it's to be in the Michael Jordan trophy. I trip off the measurements of the trophy. It's crazy how they
everything's 23 and 6. 23 and 6.
Yeah, you know what I mean? That's hard.
You got the 5 on it for the first 5.
Yes, it's 23.6 pounds. It's crazy. Yeah.
I thought it was really dope. I thought that the thought process of creating this trophy was extremely dope, and I think it was a long time coming, and I'm happy that it's here. I'm also happy about all the other trophies. I love the fact that Hakeem Olajuwon got a trophy, named after him.
Player of the year.
Yeah, and that trophy's dope. I like how inside of the trophy, inside of the crystal, the little trophy guy is in different positions. So like Hakeem, he's in a defensive stance. And then you got the Jerry West clutch player. He's kind of like shooting.
But he's already the logo, man. You know what I mean?
I know. I was thinking that too. I was like, dang. I was like, well, Jerry West is the logo, so
he's already the logo.
What else you gonna do? Like, can't somebody else get that? I'm like, clutch players. I'm like, well, who else could we give the clutch player award to? Like, who else could?
That'd be a good question. The first player would come to my mind would be like a Robert Orr or something. I don't know. He does. I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just jumping out the window.
No. That's great. Or I don't know. Let me start talking about Reggie Miller. Reggie Miller was clutch.
Clutch player.
Let's think of who else. I mean, who else has great clutch shot? Ray Allen.
Yeah, Ray Allen. You could name a whole bunch of them, and they've had their moments. You know what I mean? The 6th Man of the Year trophy has been named after John Havlicek. Who played with the early Celtics teams. That's great. The most improved player trophy will be named after George Mikan, an early NBA star. So again, they bridged all the eras together and creating these new trophies, which is dope. Yes. So I think that's a great move. You know?
I think these new trophies are great. I kind of, this might be an unpopular opinion. But the trophy for the most wins, regular season wins, I think it's garbage. I think it's trash.
That's not an unpopular opinion at all. I stand behind 150%.
All right, I thought a lot of people in the social media world was like praising them. And I saw that. I said, well, to me, that's just like a participation trophy. Because
Yada, I've been saying this for years, yo. Everybody feel like they deserve a trophy for something.
Yeah,
everybody gets a trophy.
and
like, listen. Look, they give out a trophy for being in last place. You do know that, right? They give out a trophy for being. You do know. You know what that is? The trophy that they give out for being in last place. The first pick in the draft.
Yeah.
That's the trophy you get for being in last place.
You know
what I'm saying?
And this could also be another unpopular opinion with some folks, but even though these trophies are dope, I don't care that they have names.
That's true.
I don't care because
that's true. That's true too. I'm with that too.
Trophies, you know.
That's true too.
I was.
Am I going to Fat Joe Boulevard or 139th Street? Like what? I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It don't really matter.
Of the year, or you just give me a world champion trophy. Like I don't care about whose name on the trophy if it's still rookie of the year. Like it doesn't change anything. So on the same lines of everyone gets a trophy, it's like everyone gets a trophy. And when I saw that trophy because I forgot to speak about it last week, when I saw that trophy, I was like, I don't care, because most likely the team who has the most wins don't win the championship. Like this is the same thing I've been saying. Who cares about the numbers of wins if you don't win the chip? I don't.
That's why.
Like that's not important. It's not important for my team to win. 73 games. Like
3 games, right? And right. That's right.
Let's go. 73 games.
That's right.
Then at the end of the day, we go to the NBA Finals and we lose.
And you got to explain why you lost.
Those 73 wins means nothing to me.
That's right.
When
you got to explain why you lost.
Yeah, when the Warriors won 73 games and they lost the chip, do you think they was praising winning 73 games? They didn't care about that.
Nope.
What matters is the fact that they didn't hold the trophy at the end of the day. So that award
to justify the 73.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So to have to me, that's just like here's a trophy for winning the most games, but you got bounced in the first round.
Right. You made it across the street.
I'm gonna hold that.
You made it across the street without getting hit by a car.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that trophy.
You know what I mean? Like it's the same difference.
Like
it's
to
the
me,
same difference.
That trophy represents failure to me, because if I failed to win the championship, why the hell I got that most wins trophy?
Who am I showing that off to?
Exactly. Oh look, in 2022, we won the most games. Oh, bad. So where's the Larry O'Brien?
So so you win the championship, right?
We win that. Nah. So
what happened was
So like to me, that trophy to me represents
skadoosh.
A fair award for winning the most games. The reward is winning those games and getting the championship. So that's just me,
I mean, because again, you had some teams that win a lot of games, over 100 games, and don't even make the
Oh,
playoffs, as opposed to a team that'll win 88 games and win the division. Like, you know what I mean? So
and go to the
it's
World
crazy.
Series. You know,
But now, everybody has to feel important. Everybody has to feel like they, done the most.
yeah.
You know what I mean? But again, I just wish they take it back to the days where, it's one trophy, one champion, one title, one name. That's it.
Like, I don't think they need a Western Conference and an Eastern Conference championship, because guess what? Your reward is to play for the NBA title. That's
Yeah,
the
yeah, but
reward.
that's economics, and that's to gaze in, to keep
Like
the interest and all that.
yeah,
So I get it.
those
I
two
get
are
it.
unnecessary. And then
Yep.
the Eastern
That's what you play
Conference
for.
and Western
Yep. That's how
Conference
it ends up
MVP.
anyway, right?
Yeah,
That's how it ends up
why
anyway.
that right there, those two awards are trash to me too, because if you really want to get down to brass tacks, you should have one award for the playoffs. Most valuable player in the playoffs should be just one award. So if you want to do a MVP for the regular season, then you do an MVP for the playoffs. It should be one. It shouldn't be one for the East and one for the West. Nah, forget all that. Who was the most dominant player in the playoffs? I don't
All
need
the
one on
agents
this
send their
side and
emails.
this side.
Send the emails to YADABEAR. All the agents,
It's too many trophies.
contract makers, send your emails to YADABEAR.
It's just too many trophies. You know
Yeah,
what
you're right.
NBA
You're
is
right.
turning
It's
into?
way too
NBA is
many
turning into
trophies,
boxing.
yo.
Everybody got a belt. Everybody a champion.
Everybody.
Everybody got a belt. Everybody got a trophy now. It's
Yep.
too many.
That's what it
like
is.
a player can win the MVP in regular season, right? Then they can win MVP for the playoffs in their division, and then they can win the Western Conference Final, champion trophy, and then they could win the trophy for winning the most games in the NBA, and then they can have how many trophies can one person win? And then
Man,
at
you
the
can
end of the
win.
day, they don't win the big one. They don't win the one
You
that
can
matters.
win. You can win the Silver Slugger, the Gold Glove, the MVP of the playoffs,
Yeah.
the MVP of the World Series,
Yeah.
the Cy Young,
Yep.
the Ford Frick, all of these awards, and you didn't win the World Series.
Exactly. It's it's too many.
It's everybody wants to be, well, back in 2022, I was the supermarket aisle 5 champion. Please
I was a
believe it.
supermarket sweepstake champion.
Yes,
Huh?
please believe it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, it's crazy. Everybody gets a trophy. Everybody, wants to feel important. And that's what it is. But we saw the future last night. High school basketball took center stage. We saw Carmelo Anthony's son, Cayenne, and we saw LeBron James' two sons. You have Bronny and what's his other son's name?
Bryce,
absolutely.
Yeah. And then you also had Scottie
Pippen's son. Yeah. Was Future at the game? I'm sorry. 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 My bad.
I'm sorry. Or with Grandpa Jordan now, or Uncle it's messy. It's messy over there.
But yeah, it was a great. It was a great experience. It was wild to see that. You know what I mean?
20 years later, you're watching your sons play each other on national TV,
right?
At the highest one of the highest levels in high school basketball, and you're sitting there watching your kids play. After 20 years after we play each other.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So
that's right.
It was crazy. It was an entertaining game. Bronny, doing Bronny things.
Yes, Sierra. You played for Sierra Canyon, right?
Yes. Okay. Yeah. And Carmelo's son, Cayenne, he had a decent game. He had 10 points. He's still young. he what, sophomore? So he had 10 points. He got time to grow. The kid is tall and skinny. What I seen, he let his presence be known around the basket. You can definitely tell that he works a lot with his dad. That's what his footwork down in the post. You know, Carmelo was a beast in the post. You know, posting you up. Um, he got good hands, and he just got to get a little bit more bigger. He's a skinny kid, and I understand he's still a kid. He's still growing. He's only about 15, 16 years old. Bronny out there looking like a little grown man. He looks like a man playing with boys out there. It's gonna be interesting to see what he does because he's a senior. So I don't know if he's gonna go the college route or he's gonna go like G League route. I would like to see him go the G League route for real. Or I mean, you know,
I don't think LeBron James' ego would allow his son to do the G League thing.
G League, you think so? So you think he'll rather have his son be one and done than go in the G League and be done?
I mean, that would be one more than he did.
True. I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
At least, look, because he's good, but he's not good enough to come straight out of high school.
LeBron's level, right? I got you on that. Absolutely. So a year or two in school would do him good. Absolutely.
Yeah, I would think a year or two in school would do better than him being in the G League. Personally.
Just like I wish LeBron would have went to Ohio State. I wish he would have did 2 years at Ohio State.
Nah, he don't need to do that because
I just wish he would have, but because I'm a proponent of that. You know what I mean? I would rather you see if you're gonna go, you know, don't do the Carmelo thing. But I get it. He had to leave because he needed it, whatever. But I get it. But go for that experience, Kim. That's what I'm talking about. You don't get that back, yo. You know what I mean? You can leave anytime you want.
That, but guess what? See, this is a great conversation here because when I look at student athletes, they're not student athletes. These are the closest student. You know, they are athletes that are portrayed as students,
right?
So that they can play.
Allegedly,
that's right. School. Okay,
that's right.
So I feel like you shouldn't force education on people. Because some people are not school. Like some people are just not meant for school. You know?
Okay, I feel you on that.
And I feel like when you force that onto people, that makes them reject it even more.
But how else you gonna learn the world? How else you gonna learn how the world works? You don't have to necessarily go to school, but you have to be around different people. You know what I'm saying?
Get that, but school don't show you how the world works because when you're in school, you're in a bubble. You're in a bubble, and the world is something totally strange. Like when I was away at school, you lose all concept of what's going on in the world because you're in a bubble on campus. It's like your every day, your day to day is all surrounded by school. So what's going on back in your hometown or even in the city outside of your campus? Sometimes you get lost because you are in this bubble. So it doesn't really, being in school doesn't really show you what the world is like. Truthfully, we already know how you learned that. That's from the school world, the hard knocks, meaning
absolutely
being out there in the street. But nowadays, since we do have NIL deals now, which
school is the place to be.
Yeah, which now changes, that day where you can be in school and make money off of NIL deals, but still, I feel like you shouldn't have to force the kid to go to class. Because just like how the coaches is making money, just like how the coaches are making money off of me, and the school is making money off of me, you shouldn't have to force me to go to class. If I'm just here to play sports, then let me just play sports. If I want to pursue a degree, then that should be my option. It shouldn't be forced upon me because You are making millions and millions of dollars off of me, and you making me sit in these remedial classes for no reason, where I can be at the gym working out, or I can, or how about this? I don't want to go to school, but maybe maybe I pick up a trade or something here, or or
Okay, that's cool.
but I'm just saying, like, I don't have to sit in a traditional classroom. Maybe I'll do something where you can show me something like my future, beyond basketball. Whatever I want to get into, like broadcast and like
Right,
things like that.
right. It goes on the broadcast. Absolutely,
But
absolutely.
I just feel
That's
like
right.
it shouldn't be forced upon people.
Okay,
Like
I feel you.
I feel like it should be swap. It shouldn't be student athletes. It should be an athlete / student.
So the education is secondary. I get it.
But
so
that's what it is for real.
My thing is, they're definitely going to need to have something to fall back on, because the athletic career is not guaranteed. It's not, you know what I mean? So I get it, not sitting in a traditional classroom and when I was in school, and I don't know how long you've been out of school, but I would imagine that it's a whole different world, no pun intended.
Yeah.
From where we come from, as far as school is concerned, the technology is there. Again, like you said, you don't have to necessarily sit in the traditional classroom. You could be sitting at home, you know what I mean, chilling and be in class online. Yeah. So I get it, and make it, do it on your time. But again, you still have to go have some kind of something under your cap to go out here and deal with this world.
Because my thing is, you can't tell me that I can't play in this game because I don't have the grades for it. Well, you came out and you recruited me to play basketball. You didn't recruit me to be a student. You recruited me to play football. You didn't recruit me to go to Spanish 204 or whatever, English 101.
But you didn't recruit me. But you told their parents that you was going to graduate them.
But in reality, we already know that that's what's fact. Because you're not here to recruit me as a student. You're here to recruit me as an athlete.
God, it's crazy.
You're talking to me in my living room is about how you can nourish me
as a student.
Yeah, like you only thing you telling my parents, I can guide them and nourish them to be, an upstanding man, and we can get him to the NBA, or we can get him to the NFL. You're not talking about getting me the class. You ain't talking about getting me a degree.
What did the spelling be?
Yeah, none of that. You are focused on my athletic ability.
Right, get this national championship popping. That's right.
You don't care if I can spell my name, your name,
your name, his name, whoever's name. Right.
Okay.
Right.
You don't care about any of that.
But you also want them to be able to know the difference between a 10 and a 20.
and look, and that's all that matters. As long as you can read the defense or read the offense,
right?
That's it. Everything else doesn't matter at all. So that's why I always said, like, forcing kids going to school, like if you have the talent and the ability to go from high school to the league, hey, listen, go right ahead if you that talented. That's why I love the fact that when kids are starting to go alternate directions before getting to the NBA by playing overseas, you're making money over there, and you're playing with professionals too. So that by the time you do get drafted in the NBA, you already got professional experience. And also and then we had the G League, I think it kind of shows how the G League is not up to standards. The G League, it should be better. I have watched more college basketball games that was way more entertaining and a better looking product than the G League. And that's a shame, because the G League is supposed to be semi-professional, supposed to be a developmental stage for the NBA. Mm-hmm. And these games are not looking professional at all. the talent is not there. And I feel like if some of these, kids who don't want to go to college, they should go to the G League, and maybe the G League need to hire better coaches, to coach these young kids to make this product look a lot better. And I think that's why a lot of people don't watch the G League, because the games are trash. It's bad. It's bad. It's a bad product. Like the commentators are bad. The play
the popcorn is bad.
The play is bad. It's terrible. And then like you have some of these teams that's affiliated with these.
Bad.
Look, and you got some of these teams that's affiliated with the professional teams that never play in the city that they represent. Like, how is my G League team in Delaware? How can I support them? They never come to Philly and play. I can't watch the Blue Coats live, so I will never really know about them. They're not really on TV like that. They're on TV really is they may play a couple games here and there when there's nothing else to show on like NBA TV or ESPN2, And then the playoffs, they may show a little bit playoff game and then the championship game. But by the time that happens, it's like no one cares. And then you don't really see the talent is not that good that you don't see a lot of players coming from the G League to the NBA. It's very rare that a player from the G League makes it to the main roster. And they're supposed to be treating this like AAA and AA baseball leagues,
Right.
I see more players getting called up to Major League than we see players coming from the G League to the NBA. So that shows you that the lack of talent in the G League is concerning, and they should be really concerned about this because it's a waste of money and a waste of talent right now. They need more talent. They really need to sit down and probably revamp the whole G League situation. They may need to have some other type of overseeing, like a little commissioner or something, because obviously this league is getting lost in the wayside, and it's like the worst developmental league for a major league sport in my eyes right now.
Do you think it would be better if it was like say for example, like they do in baseball, if a star player gets hurt and he has to rehab, so he rehabs with the AA team or the AAA team for a week or two or so, like that. Do you think if they had that situation where NBA players, and it's not a statement or indictment on where you are as a player, it's just where you getting some time to get some burn, you know what I mean, and until you get ready. So I think if they did that a little bit, you know what I mean, that it would kind of keep the interest a little bit, because it's just like in baseball, you have so and so will come play with the minor league squad for a week or two and buy the team or whatever, dinner or whatever the case may be. I think that would be dope, and it would gauge more interest from the fan.
And what I think happened is when they thought about when they first came up with the idea of the G League, that was an idea in their mind that this is what we would do. KD is hurt. He's going to be out for 2 to 3 weeks. No ankle injury. Now he's going to rehab. He's rehabbing with the Nets G League team. So now they're saying, oh, KD's playing there. Now ticket sales go up.
Right.
He's bonding with that team. He's helping the team out. He's teaching them. He's being a player coach. He's rehabbing, getting himself ready for, in-game form. Also helping the team, the ticket sales, helping the players, talking to the players, letting them know what they need to do to get to the next level, helping them out there. So that's definitely something that I feel like the league had in their mind, like this is what we're going to use the G League for, but they're not doing it. And and it's like, I don't even know, do every team have a G League team?
I'm not sure.
I feel like they don't, because I only feel like it's only a handful of teams. And that's also weird to me. It should, every team should have a G League team, and they should either play in the same city, or it could be a city near them. That's fine.
Right. In proximity. Right.
Yeah, but I feel like once in a while that team needs to come to their home, the NBA team, and play a couple games there, so that the fans who live there, they can see them, and they need to be on TV. The NBA is getting so much TV money, and it's got so many TV deals,
and it's got more coming, right?
Yeah, and so that you can air these games. They got a whole network called NBA
TV.
Put the G League games on there. You got NBA League Pass.
Right.
Put some G League games on.
Every team has its own network.
Put your G League team on there, and every NBA team need to have a G League team. Every NBA team should have a G League team and a WNBA team. It should be 3 teams affiliated underneath one team umbrella. It should be 3.
I hear that. That
NBA,
makes sense.
WNBA and the G League. They need to make it happen.
Sense. That makes sense. Absolutely. And send all the fan mail to
YADABEAR. You can send them right here. Right there.
Fan mail over there.
At YADABEAR on Twitter. I'm all for it.
The Philadelphia Eagles, you know what I mean, traveled up I-95 and, made some things happen.
Light work.
Look at this. Listen. Uh-oh. Go ahead.
I'm not even going to.
I'm going to have to give you the full screen on this one.
I'm not even going to just throw out all the love to my offensive side. I got to show my defensive side. Do you know that the Eagles are number 1 in sacks? We have a total of 49 sacks as a team. We have at least 5 to 6 players that have 6+ sacks this season. We have a secondary that just shuts everything down. My defensive line rotation is ridiculous now. And my linebackers, they do what needs to be done. What's crazy is TJ Edwards has become one of the hardest hitting linebackers right now this season. He's everywhere on the field. He's like a magnet to the ball. Hassan Reddick is a magnet to the quarterback too. This guy is a beast coming off the edge. For some reason, within the blink of the eye, he just gets in the backfield. It's crazy. We went, to the Meadowlands, New Jersey, and stomp a mud hole in the Giants. Okay, yeah, we stomped a mud hole in the Giants, the Pretenders. Right? Because everybody, divisional game might be close. Danny Dimes always, have a good game against us. Well, he was throwing pennies. Okay, he wasn't throwing no dimes. He was throwing pennies. This is Saquon Barkley year. He look like the regular Saquon. He's back. He's back where? Back where? Not against us. Shut him down again. Shut him down. It's so crazy when I look at our schedule. When I look at my schedule right here, let's see. The coach, Jonathan Taylor, is going to destroy us, right?
Right.
Nope. All right, Green Bay. Oh, Aaron Jones, AJ Dillon. They're going to run all over you guys.
Here we go.
Nope. Oh, my God. Tennessee Titans. King Henry.
Okay.
All hell, King Henry. I don't care if it was King Henry the first, second, third,
fourth, or fifth,
sixth, seventh, eighth. Get the hell out of here. We shut him down. Okay, and then we come to last Sunday. New York Giants, Saquon Barkley, Meadowlands. He's gonna run him. He's the same Saquon. He's back. He's healthy. He looks amazing. No, none of that. Okay? None of that. Not only did we beat them in so many ways it was ridiculous. Miles Sanders went over 1,000 yards on them.
In that game.
Here we go. AJ Brown caught his 10th touchdown.
In that game.
Jalen Hurts scored his 10th touchdown. And Miles Sanders also had 10 touchdowns. So not only did we do that, we are right now the only team. I'm going to say it again for people in here in the back. We're the only team in the NFL that clinched a playoff spot. We know who's in the playoffs. These guys right here. The Eagles are in the playoffs, okay?
Look at this.
That's one thing. You see that?
Talk your ish.
You see that logo right there? You see that eagle right there? We know that these guys are in the playoffs. Now, I don't know about the rest of the league. I don't know who else is in the playoffs. But what I do know is that the Eagles, the Philadelphia Eagles, clinched their playoff spot last Sunday. I don't know. Did the Chiefs clinch there? No. The Bills clinch?
Look at this.
No.
Look at this.
Who else? Let me see. Did the 49? No, the Niners didn't clinch a spot. Did Tampa? No, Tampa.
No, hell no.
Didn't clinch a spot. Yeah, the Eagles clinched their spot. So
Cincinnati ain't clinched a spot.
No, they didn't clinch. The Dallas clinch. No, Dallas.
No, Dallas ain't clinched a spot.
No,
Minnesota.
Miami. No. That's weird.
Yeah, I feel like the Eagles are on their road to a lot of things, and I'm not going to take no credit for it. But I talked it up all summer long. I was like, yo, the Eagles, Jalen Hurts is going to be the dude. But I digress.
I mean, it comes to the point now. It's like, is he going to be the MVP? He can win the MVP and most improved player in the same season. You know, it's kind of looking like he could and he should be MVP, most improved player. But what I'm looking for is for him to be MVP in the Super Bowl. You know,
let me ask you a question. You know what I'm getting ready to say. I'm stupid.
Go ahead.
If the Eagles win the Super Bowl, will they put a statue of Jalen Hurts outside? Will they put a statue outside Lincoln Financial Field?
The fans will build his own statue. You know what? You know what would happen? God, honest truth. If Jalen Hurts win the Super Bowl, there'll probably be 10 murals up in the city of Philadelphia of Jalen Hurts. If
the Eagles win the Super Bowl, they'll tear that statue of Nick Foles down.
They would change the statue to look like Nick Foles. They would change it to look like Jalen Hurts.
To look like Nick Foles.
If that happens, okay, they're gonna go down there,
right?
Gonna chisel it out. Put
a little bit more bronze on it.
Look, Jalen Hurts win the Super Bowl. They're gonna go to the Rocky statue
Right.
and change
That'd be crazy.
Robbie into Jalen Hurts and put an
That'd
Eagles
be
jersey
crazy,
on him, okay?
yo. Wow. And Carson Wentz would really be bad.
Listen, Carson Wentz got nobody to blame but himself, okay?
Yo.
But like it's crazy. Like
yeah, it's crazy. And
this
again, all of it is well deserved. GM it was Howie Roseman. I think he clinched the executive of the year like 3 weeks ago.
I mean, what else can he do?
I mean, again, I feel like
you know what else he did? Hold up. You know what else he did? He signed Anthony Harris. Okay, that's what he did because our safeties went down. So he's well-deserved executive of the year because who makes a move like that? Real quick. My CJ gone for the year. The rookie Blankenship went down. Kayvon Wallace is a super disappointment. I thought Kayvon Wallace was going to be something when we got him out of Clemson, man. This guy, he's terrible. Like, he's terrible. He's always out of position. I have never
seen like
Keanu
Neal, is it?
Huh?
Kind of like Keanu Neal for Tampa Bay.
Yeah. I never seen a player
and Jamal Dean
so out of position on every play. Every play.
Listen, some of us having, some of us are having great seasons, right? And some of us are having seasons that we regret and we wish we could take back. Tampa Bay Buccaneers are regressing. They're turning into the Buccaneers of, I hate to say it, the Greg Schiano years. Tom Brady can't save you every week. I said it last year, right? You got fat and lazy. What my man say on King of New York? You got fat and lazy while I was locked up.
Mm-hmm.
So I parallel that to Tom Brady coming in, being, riding on the horse and coming in, getting all these guys excited and hyped the charge and, leading the way and this and that and the third. They don't want to fail, let Tom Brady down. And they went and they got it done. Now, and as we do at Down in Sports Talk, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to name names.
Name them.
And the first name I'm going to start with is Mike Evans. No, I'm not going to say Donovan Smith. I'll get to that in a second.
Who? Mike Evans?
Mike Evans.
I don't even recognize that guy anymore.
You turn into a shell of yourself. You don't catch the football, you're relied on. You're turning into a Julio Jones type dude.
I mean, Julio Jones is his teammate.
And there you go. So, again, for me, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, when they started talking about, I used to get mad. They never talk about my team. They never talk about the Bucs. When they started talking about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, we started going into the toilet. Okay? Now I kind of wish that Kansas City's offensive line was correct in that Super Bowl. We would have saw what happened.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep it so green. Tom Brady was the saving grace of that squad. Bruce Arians was 1A. Todd Bowles and the other guy, Byron Leftwich, they was along for the ride. Just like you, Leonard Fournette. Just like you, Antonio Brown. Just like you, Rob Gronkowski. Just like you, Donovan Smith, Mr. Let Me Down and erased the touchdown off the board. That's your new name. The last 2 weeks, we had plays wide open for touchdowns, and it was called back. Why? Holding.
Yeah.
Donovan Smith. That's not the only problem. The secondary is Michael Blackson, burnt toast. Straight like that. Tell me I'm lying.
No,
ain't that right, Jamel Dean? Every time somebody getting burnt, it's you.
Yeah, he barbecue chicken out there all day.
even Devin White. You look lost out there and trying to tackle Christian McCaffrey. Trying to tackle Debo before he got hurt. Letting Mr. Irrelevant run touchdown straight up the gut on you. And Todd Bowles on the sideline looking stupid.
Had that kid looking like the second coming Joe Montana.
Let's go.
The second coming Steve
Mr.
Young.
Irrelevant. How can you lose to Mr. Irrelevant? Mr. Irrelevant never plays.
He never sees the field. He don't know the field. He don't know what the field looks like.
Let me finish this, man. You garbage. And again, I'm going to say this because people say, oh, you're going over there. No, this is my squad. When Tom Brady came to my squad, I wasn't with it. Don't try to talk me in off the ledge because we got a Super Bowl. He got a Super Bowl with us. We didn't get a Super Bowl with him. Understand that. I knew it was a temporary fix for a long time problem.
Yeah,
right?
I didn't think it was going to be just one season.
I knew it. I said, yo, check this out. Tom Brady, man, after he's gone, we're going to be back to square one. No quarterback.
Back to square one right now with him right now.
Thank you. And it's starting to look like, what did I say the last couple of weeks, y'all? I said, I didn't want this to turn into Joe Namath on the Rams.
Yeah.
Franco Harris on the Seahawks.
Yeah, and that's what it's looking like.
That's what it's looking like.
It's looking tough. It's
Jerry
looking
Rice
bad.
on the Raiders.
Oh, it's looking bad.
It's looking crazy right now.
Yeah,
it's looking really and still these people try to justify it. And when I say these people, I mean the guys that wear the suits and all that talking loud and pontificating over nothing. Still would try to have you believe
Skip Bayless
that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and that's my team, right, have a chance to do something. The NFC South has turned into what the NFC East was expected to be.
Yep.
Tom Brady has turned into, I don't know. I don't even know what Mike Brady. Greg Brady.
Greg Brady. Greg Brady from the Brady Sons.
I'm just saying, like, this dude is not it right now. He couldn't even go home and play well.
Retired. He should have stayed retired.
In front of his family.
He should have stayed retired. With him making that decision to come back was the worst decision that he made.
And now you got to ride it out.
Yep. Now you got to go all the way out.
Now you got to ride it out.
And then
you got a garbage team, an offense that can't score, a defense that can't stop nobody.
Nope.
And Ryan Suckup, he has the most perfect name on the team.
Yeah. It's so bad. Even the kicker is bad. Like, it's crazy.
Ryan Suckup, right? Ty Bowles, get the hell out of here.
I don't know what Byron's doing.
I don't know what you doing, B.
Like,
I don't know if it's like some mutiny on the bounty stuff is going on with you, man.
No, you know what? I think it is because when you look at Byron, it's like you basically have almost the same team, Byron. What happened to those plays from last year, Byron, or the year before? Like, what's going on with you? I can see he had like a whole brand new team, like people learning the offense brand new. You still got Mike Evans there.
Dropping passes.
Yeah, like
you got Donovan Smith holding.
You still got Godwin there.
I get it. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But I take it personal, right? Because I knew this was gonna happen. I knew it. Yeah. I said it 3 years ago. I said, yo, what's gonna happen after Tom Brady leaves? Yeah. What if Tom Brady takes a hit and gets hurt and can't come back and play? Then what?
What's gonna happen? Yeah.
What's gonna happen? So again, people was always like, you know, since those days, Yada, this is Yada Bear over there. I'm left-handed in the building, RM desk. Since those days, people are always, well, you got a Super Bowl. Well, you got a Super Bowl. Well, you got a Super Bowl. I'm not happy with that.
Gave up your future for the Super Bowl.
People almost forgot who won the Super Bowl 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But who cares? What have you done for me lately?
It's old news.
Besides
old
backslide,
news. Yep.
Have some wild controversy that you really didn't want to be part of in the first place. And now here we are with a team that's going to probably finish, 8 and 9 and host a playoff game.
Yeah. Host a playoff game that they
I can see it coming right now. We're going to probably play the NFC. We're going to probably play Dallas or somebody.
Yeah. Yep. And Dallas
is going to stomp us out. And we ain't going to never hear the end of it.
Finally get a playoff win.
They're going to stomp us out. And we ain't going to never hear the end of it.
They're going to finally get a playoff win.
Yep.
We're going to talk about that for the next 10 years.
Yeah, man. So I don't know, man. I'm just really, really extremely upset with my Tampa Bay Buccaneers right now. How the organization is being run from top to bottom. We had forays into the quarterback situation. Josh Freeman was supposed to be the savior. You know what I mean? Then here comes Jameis Winston. He was supposed to be the savior. Now, Tom Brady, he came in and got the thing done. But nah, ever since then, it's like everybody got fat and lazy. Like my man Frank White said, you got fat and lazy while I was locked up.
Yeah, and
you know what I mean?
Who's the future? Who's
Rashad White?
Rashad
White is a beast. Rashad White is the only thing I see that we have worth something on this squad right now. That's the running back. Now we get a semblance of a running game.
Yeah, but now when you think about next season, because this is done. Time is done.
That's a wrap. It's kaput.
Time is done.
Kaput. Finito. Done.
Who's going to be your quarterback of the future? Because
Jimmy G.
Oh well, there we go.
Jimmy G. Because I'm saying this out of just like off the top of the head and what feels good, and the situation is calling for it. Brock Purdy is turning it out in San Francisco. Trey Lance is on high alert.
Trey Lance should be on suicide.
Suicide watch.
He should be on suicide watch.
Send the emails to Yadabear.
Because
that's her over there.
Because before Jimmy G got hurt. Because before Jimmy G got hurt, San Francisco was already flirting with the idea of extending his contract. Now, it is a strong possibility that Jimmy G can still come back for the playoffs. Okay, so let's say Jimmy G comes back for the playoffs. They win a couple playoff games. Now they're in the NFC Championship. What happens if they win that game? What happens if they lose that game? What you gonna do with Trey Lance? And then you got the kid that's behind them that was able to maintain the team while Jimmy G was getting healthy.
Right.
And now Trey Lance is now third on the depth chart. So you use a first.
Life come at you fast, don't it?
Yeah.
Life come at you fast.
Pick to become number 3 of the depth on the depth chart.
And was a starting quarterback for about 15 minutes.
He was a starting quarterback for the blink of an eye. Okay.
Yeah, but I think, like, to answer your question, I think, off the top of my head, Jimmy G, he would finally replace Tom Brady. He was supposed to replace Tom Brady in New England.
I mean, that would be that'd be a good spot for him.
I'll take Jimmy G. That'd
be a good spot. But if I'm the 49ers, I'm not letting him go. I'm signing him. I'm re-signing him.
Even though you got Mr. Irrelevant and the number one, you got the number 1 pick and Mr. Irrelevant at quarterback.
Listen, Jimmy G took me to a Super Bowl.
That's right.
And he took me 1 game from the Super Bowl with a bum thumb. Okay? And he brought me back to the number 1 spot in the NFC West before I broke my foot.
Right.
I put you in the position.
And everybody knew that. That's right.
Yeah,
That's
I
right.
put you in
That's
the team in a position to make a strong playoff push before I broke my foot.
Right.
Now, the great news is I don't need surgery for my foot, so which means it's going to heal and I will be back for the playoffs. Only thing I need for the team to do is to hold it down until I'm able to come back.
And now they got to worry about Debo, though. Debo's hurt,
well,
too.
They also said that Debo should be able to come back for the playoffs.
Okay.
Too. So you have two of your key guys out. And the only thing you have to do is go 2-2.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can go if you go 2-2 in these next 4 games, you win the NFC West. You win the NFC West 2-2. Mm-hmm. That's all you got to do. They won one game already.
They can forget about the week off at the bye, right? That lives in
Philly,
no,
that's already locked up. my guy.
Yeah, you can forget about that. That's another issue.
That's another story. But the number 2 seed looks good for them. Okay, they look very comfortable in number 2.
They're not comfortable. 3. They get a trophy. They get a trophy for the number two spot.
It's going to be between them and the Vikings, the battle for 2nd and 3rd spot. And the way that the Vikings are going, they're looking for number 3. They're playing for number 3 because
they all playing for wild card weekend.
Yeah, they looking to play wild card weekend because I don't know what's going on with them.
They all playing for wild card weekend.
Yeah, and that's why when I saw the game Sunday, when I saw Detroit,
right.
Detroit took it to them, okay?
Right. Yeah. Listen.
And I said it, and I knew it. I said Detroit was going to win that game. That's why I picked Detroit.
Listen, I'm telling you right now. What did I say before the season?
Yeah, you said Detroit and the Jets.
I said the Lions. I said, listen, it's not going to be your father's or your uncle's Detroit Lions team. This team is going to be different. They had a little, patch or whatever, but I think they're starting to warm up now. But we'll see. You know what I mean? Because now the toughest part of the season for them is coming up now. Now you got to keep on winning. Now people notice you. You know what I mean? Yep. You need to do what you need to do.
You all notice, and the kid, James Williams, back. He out there with them, playing, looking good. He looking like what he looked like in Alabama.
Right.
He a playmaker. You put the ball in his hand, he does great things with it.
Absolutely. And they got a young squad. They got a young squad. All Jared Goff has to do is just be, manage the game. We about to get up out of here, man. It's almost an hour. But check this out. I left a little space so we could really kind of like celebrate the return home of BRITNEY GRINER. I wanted Yada to kind of like, exude on that a little bit, expound on that. And it's a great thing. The WNBA is gonna be crazy next year. The season is gonna be 40 games.
Finally, that's what I'm calling. I need more games. I still need 2 more teams.
I hear you.
Still need 2 more teams. But yes, I definitely was super happy to see that BRITNEY made it home safely. She spent about 9.5 months locked up in Russia, over some minor stuff in our eyes, over here in the States, but extremely major over there in Russia. She been through a lot. One of the questions they was asking, like, well, is BRITNEY going to play basketball again? I mean, I wouldn't really think about that at this moment. They said that she did pick up a basketball when she was
playing. Believe that shit.
On the military base, out there, just having a little light workout. If she does decide to play again, it probably will be like not next season, but I guess maybe 2024, maybe.
Right.
I feel like this is the time for her to get her mind right, her mental state back, get herself back into society.
Right.
I never been locked up a day in my life, but I could
not in Russia.
I can imagine
that's a whole different thing.
Dramatic it is to be locked up in all places, Russia,
the gulag.
Yeah, like cold, harsh.
Siberia's
Yeah,
crazy.
like you get lost in the system there and you won't be seen for decades. So I'm I know she's extremely happy. Her family's happy. I was glad that they was able to get that done for her, get her out, and her and her family, her wife, still pledged to help other wrongly detained people
That's what's
also.
up.
So
That's what's up.
just because her situation is now over and done with, they still haven't forgotten about the other people who are still locked up abroad, wrongly detained. So I think that's a huge thing, and I think it's a very unselfish act to still do. So definitely salute to Brittney and her family. Hopefully, she said she's in good health, good spirits, and I just want her to get her mental state back and just get back into society. And then hopefully, maybe one day she'll grace us again on the basketball court, or she'll be proactively active with activism of trying to get other detainees out of prison overseas. But yes, definitely salute to Brittney.
That's what's up. That's absolutely the ordeal. Hopefully, definitely. I think it was a learning
huge.
Absolutely
For everybody.
Yeah, and I hope it sparks the conversation in regards to increasing the pay so these players don't have to go overseas and risk their freedom.
Yes.
Among other things,
yes.
You know what I mean, to earn a dollar.
Yeah, so hopefully that does, and hopefully them increasing the game to 40 games will show more of show the fact that more people are watching and can also produce more revenue.
Absolutely, that's the main thing.
Players. Yeah,
right.
So like I said, I still need 2 more teams.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you like this, and we're gonna speak it into existence. There's gonna be a WNBA team in Philly.
Yeah.
Right. They're gonna stretch the schedule out some more. Because what's going to eventually happen, and I say this wholeheartedly, I think with the way that the economy thing is going, and they want this league to grow and expand, they're going to have to come to some kind of collective bargaining where the pay is going to be increased. Really, really where it makes a difference.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I understand that they don't play 82 games and they're not going to make $20 million and $30 million a year. Yeah. I get it. But can we have a $500,000 a year WNBA player? Can we have a court? You know what I mean? I mean, you talk about them. Shout out to all the players that do their thing, and I think that would that bump would be significant for them and the league.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Not only that, you get more sponsorship.
Yep, absolutely.
I need to see more of my ladies with shoe deals.
Yeah. Those NILs work on the ladies' side too.
Yes, it does. I need let me tell you this. When I was in high school, everybody wanted Jordans, things like that. I never had a pair of Jordans, but what I did have was a pair of Air Swoops. Cheryl Swoops had her
right? Okay.
Sneaker, and I begged my parents for it. That's the only thing I wanted. I said, I don't care about getting anything else for the rest of the year. I need a pair of Air Swoops, and I got it.
Okay.
And I cherished those sneakers always, and I always thought this is crazy that Cheryl Swoops is the first woman to have a signature shoe from a big company in Nike. And now when I think about all of these iconic professional women basketball players that's been out there, Candace Parker, Lisa Leslie, the names go on and on. But Cheryl was the only woman who had a shoe at that point. So I need to see more endorsement deals for these women to have more shoes. There's so many shoe companies. Come on.
That's right. Salute to that. Absolutely. Salute to everybody that rocks with us down in Sports Talk, man. Tuesday nights, YouTube, StreamYard, Facebook, all that. Make sure you get your picks in. The game starts Saturdays. 3 games on Saturday this week.
Yeah.
Right? So make sure you get
They're
your
starting
picks
that
in.
Saturday stuff out.
Word up. So again, get your picks in. This is Left-Handed. Get at me on Twitter at RM Dash. See it over there. That's YADABEAR over there. Send all your correspondence her way.
That's right. You get at me on Twitter, YADABEAR 31.
Yeah, you already know the vibes.
I'm all for it. I'm all for it. What's up?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Don't stop. So again, we here. You know, we everywhere. Check us out. Star Report, all that good stuff, man. We around. An extra special shout out to everybody, man, that rocks with us, man. We got the year-end joint coming up. You know what I mean? So we're going to do our year-end special. We might come at y'all on a different night, or might do the 2 nights a week thing, man, because, you know, Yada's on a special assignment. But yeah, man, so that's us. We in the building. We're about to get up out of here. Don't go nowhere. We're about to get up out of here, man. And hope y'all enjoy your thing. Get your Christmas shopping in, however y'all do that.
Yes, be safe out there.
Peace again to Granddaddy IU, man, and his people, man. Take care of yourself, man. All my hip hop comrades, man. You know, people of a certain age, man. Make sure y'all get y'all thing right, man, because we need y'all. All right, because a big milestone is about to come in a couple of weeks. 2023. All right, hip hop has reached a monumental milestone, so we want to see everybody around. There's going to be a lot of celebrations going on next year around hip hop and all that, and we're going to definitely be down with it. You know what I mean? Some big, significant news coming up around the end, end of the year, beginning of the year, whatever. You might see some people's faces with a little makeup on it and stuff. Nah, but yo, on the real though, we doing our thing over here, man. We salute everybody, man, that rocks with us, man. You know what I mean? Word up, we salute you to the fullest, and we gonna get up out of here, man. We gonna have our conversation after the show green room. You know how we do. You know what I mean? So
y'all picks in.
Yeah, get your picks in, man. Make sure it's about to get hectic. It's about to get really hectic. Now I think I blew my lock and my upset special. I think I had Tampa Bay and somebody else, and I lost them both. So it's about to get hectic, man. These last few weeks gonna be crazy. There's no friends in the pick group.
Nope, no
There's
friends. All
friends. All friends is in the Down to End Sports Talk group. But when we do that pick thing, is everybody for themselves.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And if you forget to get your lock and upset special in,
so sorry for you.
Yeah, that'd be life. You know what I'm saying? And it's okay if you want to do a double lock, if you want to do a double upset special, a triple lock. If you feeling like you feeling like you know what's going on like that, you confident in your joint, get some extra points. You know what I'm saying? Because the last few weeks is about to get grimy.
Yeah, I'm coming for you, Sonny.
You know what I mean? Rubbing your hands like Birdman. You know what I'm saying? Rubbing your hands like Birdman, kid. You know what I'm saying? But we are about to get up out of here, man. Peace to everybody, man. Salute to y'all, man. We'll talk to y'all next week. All right? You know the vibes. We're about to get up out of this piece, man. Y'all don't go nowhere. Woo-ha. Got you all in check.